Let's now get across what we're seeing, particularly in the regulatory space. And we are joined now by Jonathan Steffanoni from Legal and Prudential. Jonathan, welcome. Good to see you.
Good to see you again.
All right, so let's begin then with the topic of licensees for hire, the model there. What's at stake with movement by ASIC over a recent case?
Yeah, we saw a really interesting decision in the federal court over the past week or so. It was an ASIC case commenced against a crypto provider, BPS Financial. They issue a crypto product called Coin with a Q. The issue that the court grappled with is whether the activities of the authorised representative required them to hold their own financial services licence, as opposed to relying on the authorised representative status that had been granted by another licensee. So this decision is very interesting in that it ties the activities of an authorised representative to the activities of the licensee that they're relying on. So the issue in this case related to the fact that the products being issued by the authorised representative were developed independently to the licensee. So it's a really interesting decision in that it focuses in on the fact that an authorised representative is tied to the licensee's business more closely than may have otherwise been thought, and will bring into closer scrutiny product issuers in particular who are relying on that authorised representative or licensee for model, licensee for hire model.
So in terms of those ramifications, it does set a precedent then?
The decision sets it will be interesting to see whether the decision sets a precedent. It is a case where the court was interpreting the statute. So as is often the case, this will be something which is likely to be relied on in future judgments. Although I guess time will tell. We will see whether there is future action. It will certainly affect the advice which, or the legal advice which licensees are receiving.
Elsewhere, Jonathan, ASIC on the front foot in regards to high pressure sales tactics. In particular, I guess an example being clickbait. We've all been subject to that. So what's it doing?
So we saw ASIC issue a consumer red alert warning last week. This is something which doesn't happen too often, but ASIC had significant enough concerns to issue this warning, which happens in the context of the known issues in relation to the failure of the Shield Master Trust and the investigations which ASIC is currently performing in relation to the platform providers which were being used to distribute that and other financial products which are seen as being particularly high risk. So if we have a look at the substance of ASIC's warning here, there are probably no surprising messages. We get some of the old refrains about anything which is being sold with high pressure tactics, any unsolicited approaches, whether it be online or via phone, and anything which sounds too good to be true often is. So a constant reminder to advisors in the market there about some of those risks.
Does this stem from a great incidence of investors and so on getting caught out in dubious products?
It looks as though it does stem from the investors who were caught out by the Shield Master Trust and other failures. The investigations which ASIC has said that they're undertaking into the platform providers is interesting. So they've identified both Macquarie and Equity Trustees as targets, looking quite closely at the way in which the trustees of the platform superannuation funds authorise the products which are permitted to be on the platform. We can see how distributing a high-risk product through a platform with a well-known reputation provides a degree of legitimacy and trust in that product which may not be warranted. So that's probably where the warning has stemmed from.
And Jonathan, elsewhere, super has been in focus more recently, not the least because we've come to the end of the financial year, but also that super guarantee is now lifted to 12%. And APRA has actually come out with its latest performance report. What's it found?
APRA's performance report it's one of those publications that policy wonks wait for, because there's a lot of really useful data in the publications. What's quite interesting with the most recent publication is APRA have included the retirement product data, which has been collected. This focuses in on the fees and costs associated with different retirement products at different model account balances. They've also included the performance return for those different model account balances. Interestingly, opening up that spreadsheet to have a look at the data, there are an awful lot of retirement products out there. I think I scrolled past 5,000 rows of data on different products, so there's a lot in there, and that will be a valuable resource for any doing research in the area.